Hey, what's up? Alan here from Damn Good Reviews. Today we have the Backyard Expressions 10x10 pop-up tent. Now they say you can put this up within probably 5 or 6 minutes or so, and it has some really great features. Not only is it a handmade travel bag that you can put everything in, place it in the car, easy to let it, just go along. It's got some wheels on the bottom here too, which make it really awesome to pull. So you got like a little handle. That's great compared to a lot of the other travel bags I've seen. And then when we take it out, not only does it have LEDs inside that work on solar, so you'll get some light within it once you have the tent set up, but then also it is double stitched, the actual canopy, so you could use it in rain and snow, like heavier conditions, because it is double stitched. And then if we go ahead and just take this off here, pop this down, zipper on the bottom, and we'll see here, so even this, it's actually the aluminum is powder coated to stop from rusting, things like that, so it's very durable. Same thing like I mentioned before, the double stitching, so you can put it out in heavier conditions. The other really nice feature about this is when we set it up, it actually has another piece that sits on top to allow for air to escape, which will help if a random wind gust comes. So let's go ahead and actually take a look and see what's in the box of the Backyard Expressions 10x10 canopy tent. All right, so flipping it up here, let's see. We got some of the tie down ropes. There is a plug here for, this is for the solar connector that's gonna charge the light. So it's a solar battery. It will get the sun to charge it up, and then you can use it at night. So of course you don't need it during the day to be running, or you don't need light for it to be running. Then you got your pegs here, which will hold the ropes down. In here, we have, this is our solar charger here. So that's the actual solar panel right there, which is going to sit on top of the actual unit. Place that right in there, and then you'll see the little connector that's there, and that will actually connect to the top of the tent. Like that. Now what I will say, like many of these other type of things, kind of good luck getting it to pack back up to look as beautiful as this. Most likely not going to happen, but you'll probably get it pretty close being in the travel bag. Here we have some sandbags, which are really great. Usually you don't see this come with the pop-up tents. You just have these little pins that pretty much do nothing, and you want to get some of those other tent screws, but having the option to have sandbags is really great, especially if you're going to deal with possible wind gusts and things. So we got 4 of those. Anything else in there? There is. I don't know if we're going to get it out from there or not. And then when you're setting this up, you're going to want to make sure that you do this with 2 people. Don't try to do it with 1 person. You may end up damaging something, and it's just easier to spread everything out. So that should be it there. This is the actual canopy tent unit, the frame of it, and here is the canopy. And actually before I showed you the double stitching, but the double stitching was on the sandbag. However, the double stitch is also here as well. So you got a lot of double stitch stuff, and this canopy, it has a really nice quality to it, and it is relatively thicker than some of the other ones I've seen on the market that I've used. So really, really nice. We're gonna get that all set up here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get my assistant to help me out, and we're going to spread this out and actually put the canopy up, and then show you how quick we can get it up. So now that we got it open up a good amount with the canopy pretty much on top and the different corners lined up, we're going to want to pull these up and click them into place where the pins are. So pull it right up there. And you gotta use a little bit of power. There you go, there's one. Just make sure this is over the top. And there are Velcro strips in here that you can tie down. So again, right there, there's one. And you can see it's already starting to take off. So if I can go ahead, show you up top here. See the little Velcro strips right inside there? What I'm gonna do is go ahead and just tie that down real quick. Because of course we'll get a couple wind gusts and you're trying to do it and things coming apart. So if we can see up top, we'll see that little opening right there. So that's going to allow air to flow through it in case you get those wind gusts, what I mentioned before. So that's a really nice feature. Sometimes you see that on some of the more expensive gazebos and canopies. And if we come underneath, you can kind of get an idea of what we're looking at structure-wise. These are like the little LED bulbs. And now that we have it set this way, what you're going to want to do is find where all these different Velcro areas are set, come back in and get them all in place and do that. So all right, so I'm gonna go ahead around here, do that, and then I'll show you actually putting it up one more level, and then we'll put the actual back panel on it and show you that. The last thing I want to show you here is actually the button. Let's see if I can find it. Where's the button at? There is a button for the light. Okay. So there's a little switch for it, and we should get some power. So because it is solar, we get the lights coming on, which is really awesome and great. And like I said, it's going to charge that solar battery. So at night you're ready to go and you have light instead of having to string your own lights. So love it being a part of it like this. So let me go ahead, tie these up, and then I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is actually pull the side up, and we're just going to put it up to the first level here. And then you'll hear it snap into place. So you hear it snap, and then when you want to release it, you can use that and release it down. So if you look at this, if you're doing it one person, like I'm just putting this up now, one person, you know, it gets kind of crooked and cockeyed, but it's all right because, you know, now we have the whole thing actually open, so it's a little bit less of an issue to worry about screwing something up. So I tend to do it just going cross like that. I'm gonna come over here. Easiest, of course, would be 2 people. There's that one. And then last one. And then you're just going to want to let it pop in place. And then obviously if you would have it on the grass, you can put those pins right in there. Same thing with the sandbags, you would wrap it right around it. And then those wires or the ropes that it come with, this is where those pins would go. So the rope would tie to here, and then you would pull it down and anchor it into the ground. So one of the last pieces that we have here is actually the back panel, which will help block sun and wind and a little bit of rain. And a lot of companies actually don't include it. You have to purchase it separately. But this is really nice to have and really easy to set up. So what you want to do is just go ahead, use the same type of Velcro strips that's actually attached to the panel. And there's a few that go down the side here. And you're going to want to make sure that the top is the one that has the Velcro strips that you can keep going across here. The other side does not have Velcro strips, so if you try to do that, then you won't be able to connect it. And then you can work with this and make it as tight as you need, but do keep in mind that if you make this really tight and there is a good wind gust, if you don't have it down to the ground really good, it could kind of act like a parachute, and you really just want to keep that in mind, okay? So there's that one, and then we have a few more other strips on the side here, and then you're good to go. So that's not really the most beautiful way to set it up, but it will give you an idea of what it will do, which is really great. Like if you have a table set up, it's going to block sun and rain, and just really adds to the overall quality of the tent. So taking this back apart was pretty simple and straightforward. Took only a few minutes to do. The biggest thing is going to be actually getting the canopy to go back in the bag. Now I did have someone just ask if we could, you know, leave the canopy on and close it up. You may be able to. I did not try that because we have that other piece on here, the solar piece, but it is a possibility. But if you do it a lot, you may end up ripping something. Don't really know. Maybe I'll try it again and let you know how that works. But otherwise, this is the Backyard Expressions 10x10 pop-up canopy. I'm Alan from Damn Good Reviews. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe right here, and we'll see you soon.